Hi there, I'm John from CNCRI.com, and today out of mild steel we're going to make an Idaho and United States router jig. Now if you're wondering what the purpose of a router jig is, it's actually quite simple. In my shop here we use CNC routers and manual routers. The advantage of a CNC router is I could basically implement this design here and the CNC router will cut it out in thousands of units, no problem. Now if you have a manual router, you don't have that CNC component, which is the computer controlling the router. It's you actually holding it and following it. So this is where this guide comes in handy. What you do is you put this on the wood and you have a solid metal edge and you just rest the flush bit, there's like a little bearing that goes on it, and you just follow through and you cut out your shape of, in this case, Idaho. Now you might be wondering, why is there an inside part in here as well? There's two reasons for that. The first reason is for shipping it's a lot lighter, but in this case here we're going to send the customer the inside and the outside part, so for this specific project that's not really an advantage. But the other thing is now you can actually make a pocket. So if you're doing woodworking and you want to have, in this case here, the state of Idaho, and you want the whole wood project to be this outline, and then on the inside you want to use it almost like a storage tray to put stuff in, you can use that here. So let's say the wood you're using is, let's just say 1 inch. So you cut it out. You probably start with the inside first and the outside. Doesn't matter if you're using a manual router or a CNC router, the same applies. So maybe you go in here and you clear out this area here using a manual router, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and then you cut it out 1 inch. So then instantly you have a tray in the shape of Idaho. Now the other shape the customer wanted to have was actually the United States, which you can see right here. And it's exactly the same process as the other one. Use a flush cut bit and it does a wonderful job of making the inner pocket and cutting out the entire shape out of basically any kind of wood you have. And the nice thing about this is that, you know, whether you have 1 unit or 10 million units, this is incredibly strong and durable and it's fine to do all of them. It's actually a more cost-effective way if you're a woodworker yourself than to have us make, let's say, 1,000 of these trays using your CNC equipment. Well, just get a manual router, get one of these jigs made by us, and you can make as many as you want, and it's probably more cost effective for you at the other end too, because you're not limited to the production of the CNC. You're limited just by doing it by hand. I think this is also a great case study to show you how much material is removed. This is 12 gauge, which is roughly 2 millimeters, or 7/64, which is an awful fraction, inch. And we have the inside part here in the United States. You can just line it up here. It's actually a pretty tight fit. There we go. So you can see here, there is material removed, but not really that much. Now if we were doing this with the water jet, there'd be probably half the amount of material removed. But for something to keep in mind when it comes to router jigs like this here, this kind of really fine detail is less than 1/8. You're probably going to be using a 1/4 inch bit, so it doesn't really matter. The other nice thing that we do is if you make us, we get to do this for you, we'll send you the inside part for free, because basically what are we going to do with this? And I'm sure you could find other projects to do with the inside parts. They can also use the outside parts. So if you're looking for custom CNC router work, CNC laser work, CNC plasma work, CNC water jet work, doesn't matter what it is, we can produce it for you, even if it's for at your end to produce your own products.